Okay, Long Island, we're in Orient today, New York, and we're in the church behind me, the Congregational Church of Orient. It's built like 300 years ago, and it's the first Congregational church, or the oldest Congregational church in New York State. So there's some history behind me. That's why I say behind me, because they don't want me in there. Not what they're preaching today. All right, but we're in the book of Mark still, in chapter 8, verse 1. In those days, the multitude being very great, and having nothing to eat, Jesus called his disciples unto him, and saith unto them. All right, so verse 1 is setting the scene again. Okay, there's a lot of people here, and Jesus called his disciple. Okay, in verse 2, I have compassion on the multitude, because they have now been with me 3 days, and have nothing to eat. Okay. So you see, all these thousands and thousands of people are following him. And Jesus is saying that they've been here 3 days. Okay? And verse 3 is continuing. And if I send them away fasting to their own houses, they will faint by the way, for divers of them came from afar. Right? So he's saying, if I send them away fasting, meaning they haven't had anything to eat. It's not like they're deliberately fasting, right? They haven't had anything to eat for like 3 days. So he said, if I send them away back to their houses, they might pass out on the street, pass out on the road. You know, they faint by the way, not by the way, but by the roadside, by the path, trail, you know. It says, for divers of them came from afar. So certain of these people that they came from a long distance. So for them to go back to their homes, it would be a struggle. It's mean that they had no food. All right. So verse 4. And his disciples answered him, from whence can a man satisfy these men with bread here in the wilderness? Right. So the disciples say, we're out here in the middle of nowhere. How are we going to find food for all these people? You know? And so, verse 5, and he asked them, how many loaves have ye? And they said, 7. All right, so Jesus wants to take the inventory again.